I didn't I didn't want to make this video because one, I don't have enough viewership for this to get pushed out, and two, I just I just shouldn't be having to make this video. We have food here, so yeah, go grab y'all some food. People are not gonna like this video. People are not gonna like what I have to say. But as a proud black American man, I will make this video. I will say what has to be said. By no stretch of the word am I a lawyer or into the law field, but there's something wrong with the, how do I put this? There's something wrong with the up and coming white community. Um, Normally racism is off of the past and off of just, well, first of all, I don't even think racism is built off anything, just really just hate at the end of the day. But like, and I'm not trying to compare past racism to racism nowadays because it's equally as bad, but it's just racism has quickly changed from being about race to it being funny. And by no stretch of the word should it be funny. Like, I understand people have dark humor, shock value, and stuff like that, but by no stretch of the word should race be joked about. I want to say both sides, well, every side, every single race, it shouldn't be joked about. But I understand that in this world, black people, my people, are always going to be the laughing stock and always be the punching bag. So I can't even, I, I'm not going to group us in with Asians, Latinos, white Europeans, white Americans. I'm not gonna group us in because we're not in that group. I'm not gonna group them in with us because they don't get it like we do. We're getting different calls. It's like Shea Gildress Alexander, like they're getting calls that we don't. Okay, saying that, I just want to touch up after the Carmelo Anthony verdict and after the Cyrus Cormac Belton, believe his name is, verdict. I think a new thing that became popular was just trolling us African Americans on the internet, thinking we're not gonna punch back, thinking we're just gonna sit down and take it. People think we still believe in this Martin Luther King mentality. No disrespect to the good doctor, but times has changed, and we're not gonna just lay down and take that any longer, right? So let's touch on the Carmelo Anthony. I'm gonna start it off with what I've been doing because what I'm doing isn't right, but you have to realize nothing's right at the end of the day. What is right about this situation? And at the end of the day, it doesn't make me, I feel like, no, I don't feel like it doesn't make anything better for me to sit down and take a punch, and it doesn't feel good to have to punch back. But for my people, I'm going to, I'm going to. Because I'm not just gonna sit there and let that happen because you don't know how many people is hurting, right? So nowadays, so if you don't know, you should know this. Carmelo Anthony stabbed Austin Metcalf at a track meet, and I think in Texas. That sounds horrible. Why do you have a knife at a track meet? Let's do some research. Let's do some research. What did Carmelo stab Austin with? Cause I know the narrative is being pushed. Okay, fatal stabbing in Frisco, Texas high school track. Carmelo Anthony used a black folding knife to stab him in the chest. According to witness testimony, evidence presented in the trial, Anthony was sitting under a tent as allegedly reached into his backpack, said, "Touch me and sees what happens," and then pulled out a knife. Okay, okay, and I just wanna, okay. So this is eyewitness testimony, right? This is eyewitness testimony. Okay, black folding knife. Excuse me, I farted. All right. Okay. Oh damn, y'all couldn't see it. My fault. But okay, he took. Okay, let's address some points. I disagree that he had a knife at a track meet, but there's also it's not there. There's context behind it. He is look at the type of knife it was. It's not like it's a machete. It's not like it's a clip. It's just a normal pocket knife, right? And it also states eyewitness testimony is not like he got pushed, then just upped on him. He reached in his bag, pulled it out, and showed him, if you touch me, you're going to be harmed. Okay? I just want that to be known. He presented it and still was touched. Okay? And I wanted to, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I've been going with the narrative, but how many people approached Carmelo Anthony? Because I heard it was two, then I heard it was four. No, see, it's not. It's not. It just said, "Touch me, see what happens." Okay, I might have to go to some more research. It's CBS News. I don't know if this is an accurate source, but it's false. So I'ma just instead of going off headcanon and what I heard, I'm gonna go off what is known, right? So CBS News says it was just eyewitness says it was just Austin. In the court documents it says it was Austin Metcalf and his brother, right? Right? They're big dudes. Carmelo Anthony just I understand he's I guess he's 130, 5'9". He played football but still he can muscle but still he's a small guy. Austin Metcalf and his brother is 6 foot plus 200 plus pounds, right? And I understand he should I want to say he shouldn't have stabbed him in the chest, but he stabbed him with the intention of two big men in front of him, and he he just felt unsafe. Cause I don't want to try to put words in his mouth or put words in his like brain or like his thought process, but you you presented the knife and was still shoved, and you already warned him, and he, you know, it's not premeditated. It's pre. You could say premeditation, but at the same time, he did it to himself because he was already told what was gonna happen, and he still tried it, and he was the aggressor. But the reason he was sentenced 35 years because they said that was not equal force to being pushed. I'm not deep down in this case, so I don't want to just start throwing out things I don't know is true. But I also heard, since I'm gonna just go off and say out what I heard it was 4 people instead of 2, all Caucasian. What else did I hear? Um, well, it's not what I heard. This is actually the truth. Austin Metcalf has a prior history of being a horrible person, not just to the same gender, also to his race. He broke his father's arm. You know, he broke his father's arm. He a bunch of women just recently came out, I guess, in an email talking about how they were being verbally abused. I'm not gonna say physically because I didn't hear that, but for their time around Austin and how that was. And needless to say, if any person with a brain would go look, and if any person with a brain would go look on his past history, he would say he would he's going down the wrong path, right? And this is not his first time doing this, which means the white man has always been entitled and seeked entitlement and just felt like they were better. And for him, with zero authority, to want to approach this black guy and try to get him out of an area where, I presume it was also raining because I never heard it wasn't raining. I heard it was raining, right? And the fact he he just felt like he had the authority with no authority. For you're not a cop, you could have told a teacher, but you just felt like I'm better than him. He has to listen to me. And you just felt like you just walk all over him, right? And what he's thinking, I don't know if he's thinking this, but from my understanding, the way I would word it, he's thinking he's just gonna do this Martin Luther King, get beat up, go to the news, go about what he believes in. But he didn't use that mentality. He used another black figure's mentality, one that I started to agree with recently. Not recently, but just more. Because Martin Luther King, I'm sorry, but it isn't, your mentality is not gonna work if we want change. But what I want, let me not go into that, but he chose to be like Malcolm X, and he showed he had a blade, pocket knife, and he said, Leave me alone." He said, "If you touch me, you're getting stabbed." And Austin still presumed to call his bluff and push him, and he got stabbed. It was not with the intention to kill. It was not. I'm not, I don't understand. I mean, every person knows where their heart is. So I can't say that, but he was stabbed in the heart, right? He was stabbed in the heart. He got stabbed in the heart. Austin did not strike twice. I mean, Carmelo did not strike twice. He stabbed him, unpresumably where he just any stab because he was pushed. And I don't want to trip. I don't want to bring up commotion, but if you push somebody, right? He had to go a couple of, like how far did he fall back? Cuz to get stabbed, Carmelo would have to get the knife and jump towards him. And he didn't do that. He pulled it out and stabbed him, which means Austin would have to be in range of the stabbing, which also leads me to believe after the push, he was going to get on top of him. Because it was stated by his brother he was going to get jumped, and it was 4 people, not 2. So even though I don't agree that he died and he's dead, I do believe in standing your ground and telling a nigga I don't want to talk like, but telling a nigga what's going. Tell a nigga what's gonna happen if you touch me. Leave me alone. You have no authority to do anything, you know? And he's gone now because he wanted to be a hero. He wanted to be like his father. He wanted to be something he wasn't. He had a life, I presume, of him walking over people and thinking shit didn't was sweet. And he got learned and he got punched down and he realized now that he's dead that shit don't go like that. I'm sorry to get very aggressive. Okay? Okay. I could go on about this Austin case for a minute, right? But the main thing is the main premise of the argument is that a push shouldn't warrant a stabbing. Okay? That's the main premise, right? And apparently all the context around, I mean, there's more context, like the judge knows his father, like it's so many connections. It's just a white people and their connections, and they know each other, you know. You can't really be mad at it. You know how the system always been against us for years, you know. I mean, yeah, they know each other. They're getting him transferred to a prison, and I think the warden knows his people as well. So yeah, but what makes me happy, I never thought I'd say this, but I can thank Cardi B. I think I just seen Kai Cenat and Charleston White for donating money to try to get an appeal. I don't know who we need to take this to, but we need a bigger court system than Texas because this is just pure racism. How in a stand your ground state can you not stand your ground? I don't get it, right? And then his father wants to come online being racist, and white people are defending him like his son just died and he can grieve. You can't grieve with racism, you know? And then all this money you got because your son passed away, you bought a new truck, you bought a new house, you know? I personally don't think you gave a damn about your son. I don't think you gave a fuck about your son, you know? But I digress. You know, I just wanted to know that. I just wanted to tell, you know, I just had something to get off my chest. I know I don't normally talk about this. We're not done though, right? So we're done with that situation. And I understand. I get it. People always gonna take the white people's side. White people always gonna take the white person's side. Well, the crackers are gonna take the white crackers' side because why would y'all want a black person to prosper? Even black people, even some self-hating black people are saying, you know what? You know what? Fuck Carmelo too. You know, they're saying it doesn't warrant a stabbing, and that's understandable. But with the context presented and the lineage of hate of black men defending themselves, you should be ashamed of yourself for even letting that line leave your mouth. And y'all might be like, "Damn, Frank, you a well-spoken nigga." I know I am. I know. I know. But I digress. Okay. But no, actually, I don't digress. There's one thing I just wanted to be said, and this is the last time I'm gonna talk on this subject. I'm not gonna come back to this video, but I'm going to say some harsh words to any white person you think we're just gonna lay down and let you run all over us. I want that to be an example. Austin Metcalf is dead, and he's never coming back. They will never ever hear his voice again. He's maggot food, right? And you want to be like, Carmelo Anthony's in jail. They're probably gonna rape him. No, that's not how the jail system works. It's just a stigma, nigga. We got gangs in jail. The black African community is gonna keep my boy safe. And I wish I had some money to donate, but I don't. They're gonna keep my boy safe. They're gonna make sure he's cool. And I promise you not gonna do all 35 years. If this appeal don't land in 17 years, maybe 18 years, good behavior, he's gonna come home. He's gonna come home to standing ovations. How old is he? 17. He's gonna come home at 35 and still live the rest of his life knowing he stood on business and he could be a proud black man. Fuck Austin Metcalf. Okay. Okay. Video might get taken down, but I'm not editing. Okay. Okay. Another thing I want to talk about. We kind of touched on the white people against black people. Let's talk about the other races, cause I've never used to be all this in that. Cause I used to not really care. You know, I never really cared about racism. Like I wouldn't let a white person say the N word, but like jokes, I would let a lot of jokes fly up because I didn't know the history to it. And I've always been a young man, and now that I'm finally reading to the history and things that subtle things that doesn't seem big, but when you really look at it, how it goes, you know, and it's not right. I don't want to think it's Cyrus Belmac. I'm not gonna disrespect my fallen brethren like that. What's his name? Yep, Cyrus Cormac Belton. Rest in peace, young soul. This happened in 2023 in South Carolina. I'm in Georgia. It's not that far. Cyrus Cormac Belton went into a store, convenience store, wanting water, right? Instantly, it's an agent owned. Instantly, the woman, Rick Child's wife, instantly. And I'm not gonna lie, I understand. I understand that people steal. She say, put your book bag at the door. That happens. Even at Walmart. At Walmart. I'm not opposed to that. Even at Walmart. After school I would walk to Walmart. Me and my friends, they would tell us to leave our book bags there. I'm not tripping. I am not well, I'm not gonna say I'm not tripping, but I understand that. No argument with that, right? He proceeds to walk around the store. Rick Child's wife follows him around. He picks up some waters, right? He's walking around still. Rick Child's wife approaches him on bullshit. He goes up back to the where he got the water from, and he puts all of them back. All four of them. Didn't steal them, right? Right? Didn't steal none of the waters. Put everything back. He goes to walk out the door, and I like this. This one might be even worse than the Carmelo Anthony. He's 14, right? Walks out the door, grabs his bag, walks out. On camera, you can see Rick Child's son and Rick Child running after him, right? And you might be like, how does he die? He gets shot in the back. Not outside the store, not close to the store. They ran a football field, which is 100 yards, 110 yards, because the both both ends, well, 120, I guess, right? Because the touchdowns are 10 yards. But they chased him a football field and half of another one and shot him in the back. I assume he tripped and fell or he was just out of breath. But the only defense they have, and a defense they love to use against us, is he had a gun. But it does. I understand 14-year-old with a gun is just not sound good. But we would have never known that if you didn't chase him a field and a half. You know, you chased him for a football field and a half of another one and shot him in the back, and now you want to say he had a gun. But if you just let him have it, and I just want it to be known, the waters are 99 cents. If anything, What's that? $2. You telling me $2 is worth a life? $2 is worth a human life. Well, no, I mean, not say human. $2 is worth a black man's life, a black boy's life. And then the argument went from that's what makes me mad, right? So you're telling me, and this is what I hate. I hate when people don't have a good argument, but they stand on it just because it counterflicts with the opposing argument. Like in this case, like in the Carmelo's case, why did he have a knife? But not that he defended himself. Why did he have a knife to defend himself? You know? And in this case, why did he have a gun instead of why did they chase him over 150 yards and killed him? You know, and then it really opens my eyes to where who likes us? Our own people don't like us. And when I mean my own people, I mean African Americans that live in the United States, because we have to group them differently. White Americans, Asians, Asian Americans, because they think they're white. Europeans, the people. I seen an Australian black woman. That's man, man, that's a whole different thing. The reason I kind of went through that case because Rick Child was not convicted. So it just leads back to if they're black, it really doesn't matter. It really does not matter. Like it doesn't matter if we're in the right or in the wrong. We're gonna get the same result because of the color of our skin and our culture. And don't let me get started. Don't let me get started on the culture. Don't let me get started on it. And I don't want to make it a big deal, but I don't know if you heard, but my people, the black American people, are boycotting Asian businesses, which I wholeheartedly support. And what's hilarious to me is the fact that Asian people didn't speak out about the killing, but they soon as we tell them we're not gonna go to their beauty salons anymore, their nail salons, their hair stores anymore, their Chinese restaurants anymore. And I love Chinese food, but I love my people more. That's what they want to be mad about. Cause I don't know if you understand this. Like I've never looked into deep of this, but I always wondered why are there always Asian convenience stores, Asian liquor stores, Asian nail shops, Asian Asian stores when I'm trying to there's one more I'm thinking of like, the hair stores, right? Why they're always in rural black communities, you know? They're bringing they're bringing they're setting up shop in our communities and not even supporting the culture or the community, you know? And the reason this hits so home for me, the reason it hits so home is because we have multiple of these in my city. We have Chinese restaurants. I support everything. We got Chinese restaurant. We got a Seasons of Japan. We got a Top China. We have a US Hair 2. Um, we got nail shops. We got you know, and it hurts to realize nobody likes you. It's like we're Eldians from Attack on Titan. Nobody likes us. Nobody likes us, and we ain't even do shit. Not even our own people. You know, and that's what's been happening for a very long time. They will come in our shops, set up liquor stores. Well, don't even get me started on the government. We're just gonna talk about Asians and white people today, right? We'll talk about if y'all want me to keep talking on this shit, we could talk about fucking self-hating black people and the government later. But today I just want to talk about the culture. the culture, right? Um, they come up, they set up shop, and they make money off our people, but they don't put back in. You've never seen any Asian back to school giveaways. You never seen any Asian a like any Asian community events in our communities, you know. Um, you know, and my uncle just passed away, and he would always go to the Asian store. It's not just Asian either. It's Indians too. It's Indians too. Let's not forget. Yeah, Middle Eastern. Yeah. No, the let's not just put it on Asian. DR can be out 40. But still, the premise is the same. They come set up shop because they know there's a demand for it. It doesn't matter if it's a healthy or productive or anything that can help the community. The fact is you can make money off us, right? I'm not really tapped in with this. There's a lot more I need to say, but I don't know how to articulate it and I don't know what to say about it. So I'm just going to switch on to the culture, right? Last topic point. I just want to talk about the culture. And this mainly what I've been seeing and I really wanted to talk about. White people don't have culture. So what they do is they take from other races because they don't have anything. Bonnets. You see a white nigga with a bonnet. Oh, he protecting his hair. You see a black dude with a bonnet or a black woman because they're mainly a women saying, "Oh, she's unkept. Oh, she's ghetto." No, keep the same energy. Be consistent. We got a lot of things. What they do, they take something from us, then rename it and make it theirs. I seen a white bitch call a afro a cloud bob. No, it's an afro. And then you see white people with the black hairstyles. They'll go get laces, and then white people. I see somebody talk about blonde hair is our culture. No, nigga, no. White people aren't the only people with blonde hair, cuh. You know, it's a lot of things that go into it. Not just white people. Everybody wants black culture. The Asians, oh my God, K-pop just wants to be like hip hop. Like what else? What else? The hair. They want dreads, freeforms, the Edgar cut. You know. Um, what else we got? Food. What they took dirty rice. They tried to make some bullshit out of that jambalaya rice. Tried to, you know, the way that we speak, oh my God, that's probably the biggest one if it's not dress or music, because music is a big one too. That's why people kept talking about Drake, Post Malone, um what they do. Even Jelly Roll, they rap, they build a they can't get off the ground, so they rap, they build this fake persona, then they switch to what they really want. They don't want to be black rappers. I mean, they don't want to be rappers. They just want that under their belt as a personality. So then when they branch, because then they can branch out after it. Y'all might be like, damn, when the last time Post Malone rap? Don't get it wrong. There's some white people that actually indoctrinize the culture. Eminem being the biggest one. But then you got to think of Drake. Even Max the streamer. I kind of want to punch that nigga in the face because he said black people has no culture. I think Kai Cenat said that as well. What do you mean black people have no culture? Y'all have dreads. What do you mean? Right? I'm gonna be a little less serious, but yeah, like what they do is they come take a part of what we have to build onto them, and they don't give back. They don't give back to the culture. Drake is not a real person. Drake is a character in like a movie, like an actor. He's playing a Aubrey Graham is the person, and he's playing an actor. He's playing a character. He's acting. He's not a real person. That's why Kendrick hit so hard. It's the culture, and then it also comes to the N word. Honestly, I believe if you're black, you should be able to say the word, but it also you have to be a certain. I wouldn't say a certain percentage, but you got to be a certain percentage. Because everything I'll say could go either way. Just like you could say, hey, you have to be in the culture. Well, I'm white and I'm in the culture. Can I say it? And this hit so deep because I knew some white people that would say it when I was younger. Back before I was really the man I am today. Back before I didn't know how to throw a punch. I was weak, you know, and I was a pussy. I was a pussy. I was scared. Creighton, I'm talking about you, bitch. Creighton. Shit, it's another nigga. I forgot his name, but still. And I would just let it slide because I couldn't fight and I didn't want to get my ass beat. And I regret that. But I'm ready to die for what I believe in. And I just think a lot of people should go check. I'm not saying we should start a rebellion, even though that, because I don't want to see more black lives lost. But this boycott it's just a start. It's just a start. It's just a start because we got black nail techs now. I mean, even though they're independent and they don't hire people, because money don't be started on money, but money, yeah, we starting to get more black people in that thing, and then they talk about, I don't know, it's just a big culture. It's like it's like plagiarism. If y'all don't understand what I'm saying, it's like plagiarism. You're copying something word for word and giving no credit, you know, and that's not right. And then what makes me mad out of everything is how it's self-hating black people as well. Like, why do you like? It doesn't make sense for you to hate us. We've done nothing wrong. You you were Asians, Japanese in particular. You were bombed twice, and you still can't visit those cities today. But somehow it's our fault. Somehow we did something. Latinos, y'all are discriminated against every single fucking day, but you still hate niggas. You say our word, nigga. Y'all say our word. And you like, I mean, we were oppressed too. It doesn't matter. Like I said, a lot of things can get past me, but racism isn't one of them. And I will always have something to say about that because as much as it's not right, I don't know. I'm just at a loss. I don't know. I'm just not there. Like, is it cause we is it I don't know, cause I seen videos of this black lady, I mean this white lady tanning her skin to be this brown. What? So what is it a part about us? It has to be jealousy at the end of the day. You're mad that we look like this. You're mad that we have this beautiful hair, this sexy, beautiful skin. You're mad. You know what? And I think I got it, and I got a new, and I got something I was talking about my homie with. This the last thing I want to talk about. Fuck the culture. We done with that. Fuck Austin Metcalf. Fuck Rick Chow. We're done with those. The last thing I want to talk about, and these are for my brothers, if I can call y'all that. My fellow black men, black women, this applies to you too, but not as much because I haven't seen it. I haven't. I've what I'm finna say. I've seen in real time, and I've seen stories of it. Black men, we gotta leave these white women alone. Black men, we have to leave these white women alone. I understand I don't like grouping large people because it's not everybody. We know it's not everybody. It's not how many white people. It's a lot of white bitches on this earth, right? It's a lot of white bitches on this earth. And you know it's not all of them. I just need you to be careful and understand, especially if you're an athlete. Oh my God. It's been going on for centuries. It's going on now. Shit. Travis Hunter's a prime example. That bitch don't love him. And he married her. But still, cause like when you think about this, you would think this is an all woman thing, but it's not that big in the black community. Black women don't do this. And I'm not gonna say they don't, but it's not on the largest scale. They don't like you. They they want a it's a fantasy. It's a fantasy. They want to see what the BBC is like. They they want to be they want to not bred, but they don't like you. It's a fantasy. It's a fantasy. Yeah, I want this nigger. I want him. I want him. I want to see what it's like to be with a nigga. I want to see what it's like to be with him. That's their thought process. I'm not bullshitting. That's their process of thinking. Ooh, let me get this up and coming athlete to hit me so I can get up on some money. Let me get him to marry me. And there's an actual case, you can look it up. There's a lady that was teaching young women how to marry a black athlete so he can get drafted and and she can live a lavish lifestyle. They're gonna use you, man. They're gonna use you. And it's happened time and time again. Massa's wife was fucking the slaves because of fantasy. It doesn't matter. It back when we couldn't read. They didn't want they white niggas. They wanted a big, strong slave. They wanted to be dicked down by slave by BBC. It's a fantasy. It's a fetish. That's it. It's a fetish, man. Like I said, it's not all of them, and I'm trying not to get emotional because my people are gonna brush it off. A lot of people don't give a fuck, and I understand it's cool not to give a fuck, but you should, especially when it's about your people. We're black. We're supposed to stick together, man. We're supposed to stick together. You're supposed to be black before anything. You are black before anything, before your sexuality, before your gender, before your religion. You're always going to be a black man or woman. I love each and every single one of y'all. I love the black woman that does us wrong. I love I love the black niggas that make me mad at the hooping session. I love all my brethren and kinfolk. And I want you to know whatever oppression they try to lay down on us, we're gonna get through it. Because at the end of the day, it's just jealousy and they just want to be us. But as Kendrick said, they not like us. Wish my father could see me now. Uncle Bird, rest in peace. Even though he wasn't cool, rest in peace, man. Um, that's the end of the video. Take what I said as will. I just need to get this off my chest. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck that this gets 0 views. Honestly, I just wanted to get this off my chest and have a sit down conversation with my people. And people be like, hey, Zig, will be like, nigga, you not Malcolm X. You not, why you keep saying my people? You just wouldn't get it, huh? I love each and every single one of y'all. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Peace.